Captain, we are a go.
If we're a go, then you're a hoe.
You're a potato.
Welcome into the show, sluts. This is the Awkward Apocalypse. Sitting to my lovely left is the lovely as always Jenny O.
Hello.
And I'm Greg.
We gave you a nickname.
We did.
Was it Greg Totally Doable Jones?
I'd like to thank my family and friends.
Totally Doable.
Hey, you know what?
Jones.
That's not so bad.
No,
Totally
it's a
doable.
fantastic nickname.
It's better than like Greg. Oh my God, what's wrong with his face, Jones?
It's true.
That was high school.
Oh.
But now I'm totally doable.
Or like Greg Balcuzzi Jones.
I'm hoping that'll be my name soon enough.
Would you be the one giving them?
No. Greg the Balcuzzi taker, a receiver.
I don't think this is going to work out so well.
Greg the Balcuzzier?
The Balcuzzi?
We'll just stick with totally doable.
Okay.
It's a lot easier.
Good.
Anyways, once again, welcome to the show. We are the Awkward Apocalypse. We keep it really awkward.
Mm-hmm.
Did a good job. Before we get into all the fanciness that is the show, let me run down a little contact info for you guys. We want you to get a hold of us. We like being interactive. We like making fun. Talking with all of our listeners and fans. So make sure you get us on Facebook, facebook.com/awkward-apocalypse, at awkwardpod on the old twatter machine. You can email us, awkwardpod@gmail.com. No expenses too big for us. All the free accounts we use.
Yes.
The one account we don't use is the one we paid for.
It's true.
Which is awkward-apocalypse.com, which has nothing.
There will be stuff
Yes.
on there.
But most importantly, our phone number is 323-379.
9225.
Oh, you got it. You're silly.
I bet you didn't see that one coming.
Not at all. Which is what I hear on a daily basis. Anyway, so let me tell you a little bit about music. We give a big shout out to the Heart Ring. They supplied us some music tonight. You'll be hearing this one you're listening to right now. It's called Hopeless Romantic. A little bit about the band. They were formed in 2011. Originally just two guys that were writing acoustic music. Then they realized that was pussy shit. And then they... oh, that's not a part of their bio. And then they joined up with two other guys. So now it's Bradley, David, James, and Travis. 2013, I started off with the band opening up for a national touring rock reggae band called Three-Legged Fox. It's been going around Florida. The band also plans to record their debut album and setting up a short tour through the southeast region of the U.S. come spring, summer. The band recently joined, and I don't know if I'm saying this right, but Livication Media, which is a new indie label that is helping to promote them and all that good stuff. So make sure you do check out the Heart Ring. They're on Facebook. They're at theheartring.com, all that good stuff. Thank you guys so much for the music.
Yeah, thanks for being a part of our show, guys.
That's right. Thanks
I actually like when bands are just a couple people. So I know you said that was pussy shit, but
I'm just fucking around.
sort of like preferable sometimes.
Really?
Yeah.
Some of the best things I've ever seen was one guy on a guitar.
That's true.
You know?
Well, Dashboard Confessional started that way.
Uh-huh.
Even, the White Stripes was just two people.
That's true.
So,
Well,
hey man, don't knock it.
Let me name drop. I've seen Paul McCartney in concert a couple times.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah. The first time I saw him, he actually sent his band off stage, never took a break,
What?
and just him and the guitar and him and the piano for at least a half hour. That was by far the best part of the concert.
It's fantastic.
It was amazing.
Wow.
Made my boners grow and my tears drop.
Cheers to that.
Yeah. Cheers to the tears, everybody. So anyways, let's move on with the show.
Last week we had, we were talking about sex lists.
Right.
And surprisingly enough, we actually had another submission, but we didn't see it because it went directly to our spam box for some reason.
Which we apologize for.
Yeah. It was from somebody named Ethan Brand, who I'm not sure who that is, but whoever it is amazing because it
was really good.
Sent us this fantastic email all answering all of our questions and super interesting. So I'm going to kind of go through it really quickly.
Please.
And because this is, obviously a subject that I'm really into. But first question was, do you keep a written list? Is it online in a journal or a spreadsheet? And he says yes, and it's an Excel spreadsheet. It's called thelist.xls. No kidding.
That's awesome.
How he keeps others from finding his list is it's on an old laptop and that nobody's likely to go to the trouble of breaking into.
That's a good idea.
But he feels like leaving it there makes it sort of inconvenient for him as well. So one of these days he'll probably put it on his, Google Docs or something.
Just don't give out your password.
Yeah, right. Make it like really fucking secure.
His password will be the list.
When asked what does he record, names, dates, ratings, does he number his list, and he says 1 row for each partner in chronological order with columns for things like my own age at the time, number of years age difference between her and I, and a series of columns representing various acts starting with third base and going from there.
I like that.
He says just making out doesn't go on the spreadsheet. Every once in a while a partner does something kinky enough to warrant a whole new column.
Oh.
No, I'm not revealing what's represented by those columns furthest out.
That's too bad.
It's kind of awesome.
It is, and that's interesting that he doesn't just keep a sex list, but he keeps like a messing around list.
Yeah, I really wish that I had done that too, because I think that would really be really kind of a cool thing to go back on and see what you did.
Yeah, how like your early boyfriends, it took him a couple dates to get there.
Oh, totally.
And now it's like, hey, what's your name? Zip.
This Ethan guy has got it right. He mentions that he's a 30-something straight guy. The sheet is currently at 41 rows. Congratulations, Ethan.
Now I wonder how many of those are sex and just messing around.
Good question.
Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. We asked, do you use a special code, images, a secret language, or is what you record interpretable by anyone who reads it? He says it's pretty much just simple shorthand. First name, sometimes with the last initial to disambiguate. There's a whole bunch of Jennifers on my list, really. I don't think I've had sex with this person, so I don't think I'm on that list. But
the best part is going to be if you have had sex with this person.
And I just don't know about it.
Right. Maybe we should get your list
There
out.
was that guy that I was like,
right. What if it's that guy?
Sex with you. It's not that guy.
Oh, because now
maybe
you remember
there's another guy, though.
again.
Maybe there's a whole fucking series of guys.
Maybe there's a
sub
list of people you don't remember.
What? Yeah, maybe. I
List.
started a second list because I couldn't find the first one.
List version 2.
I don't think so.
Well,
it is like 11 names long.
Oh my God,
No.
it's way more than that.
I want you to fuck me in the ass.
Why you always got to pull that one out?
That's what she said.
Yeah. So can I continue?
Please.
Okay.
I'm bad.
He says the sex acts column names are abbreviated not for secrecy, but just because it feels less clinical that way. A half clever analyst could puzzle it out. Analyst. Although they might not guess that the highlights mean a given deed was done on the first date.
Oh. What do we know now?
Why does he keep the list? He says mostly it's because I got to an age where I realized I couldn't just remember everybody off the top of my head. So I made a list of names just for the hell of it.
Okay.
Then I added the columns because I found it interesting to make comparisons. For example, the list shows which years of my life were fairly celibate and which were crazy. It shows the age difference between my oldest partner and my youngest partner is a combined 23 years.
Wow.
One was 9 years older. The other one was 14 years younger.
Oh, I was thinking
And
he had
legal,
a cougar, but
he
he's
says.
the cougar.
TYVM. What does that mean? Thank you very much. Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry.
I'm glad you
Brain
figured
fart.
that out. I had no idea. I was like, I don't know.
He says it shows a general general trend of sex partners being a bit more freaky as I look further down the list, but there's no clear indication whether that has more to do with their ages than my own. How often does he look at it? I seem to only look at it when I'm updating it. Updating the spreadsheet has become a running joke between me and a past partner who also keeps a similar list.
Oh.
We make vague Facebook posts about it when either of us hooks up, just to see if the other notices.
Interesting.
If she's number 23 on mine, I'm number 25 on hers. But hers is now somewhere in the 60 plus range.
Oh.
She's got certain natural advantages on her side.
Titties.
And that's about it.
Nice.
So yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed that email. Thank you, Ethan.
Yeah.
I wish I had a cock so I could fuck your tits.
I just said titties and made me think of that for some reason.
Thanks, Craig.
No, that was a really good email. That was one of our better
I'm
submissions.
really sad that we didn't get it last week.
I know.
guess our podcast was a little long.
It was really long, but I feel so bad because that was actually probably the best submission we got.
Yeah, I should have read that one
That was
instead of
really
some of
good.
the other ones.
Yeah. So thank you for that. Wow, that's good.
How about a fuck yeah of the day?
Let's do it.
Unicorns!
So how was your weekend?
It was actually really good. How
Really?
was yours? Yeah.
It was good. I did a little weekend trip.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Where'd you go?
Went to the old Big Bear.
I love Big Bear.
Did some skiing. It's my first time.
Oh, I was just there like a couple months ago. I
That's
mean, I
right.
guess we
A couple
talked
weeks
about
ago, it seems
a
like.
few weeks ago.
You had your whole ex situation there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How was your?
It
how
was.
did it go?
It should have been a lot more awkward than it was. There was a former lady friend, current something.
You had an ex situation too.
Yeah, but it wasn't. It wasn't nearly as bad as yours. I expected some sort of fighting to break out
Because you were there with your ex.
Well,
right?
in a group. Yeah, I mean there was like
okay.
10 of us.
Oh.
But it was her organizing the trip. It was her
Oh.
grandma's condo that we stayed in and everything. So
That's kind of nice.
yeah, it was nice. It was very nice. So I was a little worried about what might happen. Luckily, nothing really, no real drama. The biggest drama was, you just noticed the shot that I poured a good 5 minutes ago. The real drama was trying to get the fuck out of that place and clean it to the specified rules. There was a whole
that's
list
the
of
worst.
rules, and we left that place way better than what we walked into. And it was just kind of, and I have no problem cleaning, especially if we get a free place to say, now this was not free for us. It was cheap, but it wasn't free. So I'm like, all right, yeah, I don't mind doing some cleaning, but it's like, if I'm paying, I feel
Shouldn't
less.
they have like a cleaning crew
Right.
that comes in?
It's like, what are we paying to?
to hang out.
Yeah, it's like, shouldn't this money, and we each paid like $50 for the weekend, times 10 minus the family members, so times 7,
Mhm.
which is like what, $350. So pretty
Yeah.
sure they could afford some sort of cleaning service
That would make sense.
and still have a little money
Yeah,
left over.
we had to do that at our cabin too, but it
Yeah.
wasn't like well, I mean, we lost the fucking deposit anyway.
Oh, did you?
Are you kidding me?
What was the deposit?
It was like $1,000 or something.
Shit.
Yeah, it came out of Craig Welty's pocket.
Oh, good old Craig.
Sucks.
Biggs.
Well, and then, but it was really cool because then on our Facebook page, we, he posted something like, "Well, I'm out the deposit," and then all of our friends like came through and they started PayPaling him a bunch of money.
No, that's
Even
cool.
people that didn't go on the trip.
Oh, really?
They're just like throwing money
Like, here's
at him.
$10?
Yeah, it was great.
That's really cool.
Like hundreds of dollars. So
Yeah.
people came through.
That
So,
was nice.
anything to report from Big Bear?
No,
No,
did
just-
did some good skiing.
Good.
No real drama. There's a little bit of drama because I like to hit the slopes early, and these fat lazy fuckers were like, "Let's sleep until noon." And it's like, oh, I should have brought my own car. What the fuck? So there was that. There
So you
was
had
me.
to like wait around?
Yeah. Oh my god, it was so annoying.
Hmm.
And then they were mad at me for wanting to be there. Like I was like, well, all right, I'll sacrifice. I'll compromise. Let's leave the. I want to be there at 8 when it opens. It's like, let's leave the cabin 9. Get there 9:15. We're on the slopes by 10. That's not horrible, That pissed them off.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Ugh.
So we had to break into 2 groups. Luckily, not everyone was skiing or boarding. So like they would have to drop me and one other person off early, and then
okay.
like the rest of the group would come later. I was like, "Fuck you guys." Anyways, but it was fun times. Great place to stay. Beautiful. Got to do some sledding. Totally killed my
sledding.
sledding. Yeah, sledding. I hurt myself more sledding than I did skiing, which is interesting.
Oh,
But anyways, so.
you get a little crazy when you're on a sled.
You
You're like,
do.
I could totally go down
And
that.
it was a really steep hill, and it was
so
very.
what if there's trees at the bottom?
I know. Well, it was a very short amount of flat before it hit the street. It had a little lip, so you had to bail off the sled, otherwise you jump into the street.
Oh, dude.
So there was a lot of like going down and rolling, and my body was like, "Hey, you're fat. What are you doing?" So yeah,
Careful on that snow.
I know it was fun. Anyways, enough about my not that crazy weekend.
Okay.
Got really drunk, got really stuck.
Good.
Whatever.
Good for you.
Yeah. How about your weekend?
It was a little bit weird,
Really?
honestly.
Oh, should we take a shot
Um,
before you talk about it?
Yeah, actually, yes.
This might help you out.
Okay.
We're doing the fantastic.
Cheers.
Cheers, fantastic tequila again. Hold on. Silence.
Oh God.
Mm-hmm.
It's so good. So good.
You don't sound convincing.
No, it's delicious.
You're like, oh god.
Oh my God, it's the best
This
thing
is
I've
so
ever had in my
good.
life. No,
Uh,
it is actually really great tequila, but
It
it's
really
still
is.
tequila, so basically tastes like asshole.
At least it tastes like really good asshole.
Like really good asshole. Like
Yeah.
like call girl asshole versus like stripper asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very true, actually.
Right?
Yeah.
Good. Okay.
Anyways, your weekend.
I have a crazy neighbor, and I probably shouldn't talk about this very loud because I think he can probably hear me from
And your
his
window's
apartment.
wide open.
Wide open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like your legs.
What? Good one.
Not really.
Greg totally Duela Jones. Great nickname.
It really is.
Oh.
I'm gonna make business cards.
So So there's a parking spot, or there's 2 parking spots next to my apartment,
Uh-huh.
and technically it's supposed to be like a driveway sort of thing, but
Yeah,
there's
very narrow.
there's still more of a driving area that
Yeah.
you can get through, and so the guy next door, he's like the neighborhood watchdog. He's like kind of crazy, and sometimes he
Oh,
like
great.
doesn't take his medication, and he's always fucking pissed about not being able to get his giant ass Lexus through.
Oh, this guy.
Yeah, through the alleyway. And if somebody parks too close to the center line, he fucking flips the fuck out.
Really?
And one time he comes up to the door and he's like banging on the door, and I go out there and he goes, "Hello, ma'am. I just wanted to let you know that your car is a little bit, can you move it in just like a tiny bit?" And I was just like, "Oh my God, he's being really nice.
Yeah.
What the hell is going on here?" Like, I figured that like once I stepped outside, he would kick my ass.
Right. Or you'd find that half your car was destroyed.
Something.
Or yeah.
Something. I've seen him like jump on top of people's cars,
What?
like screaming at people at 2 a.m.
Oh my
He's
God.
nuts. And so the other day, this was Saturday night, no, Sunday night. He comes to the door and he tells my roommate that car needs to be moved over.
Being yours.
And so it was my car.
Okay.
I was totally within the lines, no problems, but apparently he couldn't get through. By
Right.
the time I got my keys and was starting to go out to my car, my roommate was like, "I don't know what his fucking problem was. He just pulled out just fine."
Yeah.
And so I go down there and I move it. About a half an hour later, he comes up and he's bashing on the door, like fucking furious, yelling about the fact that that's not a parking spot. And the next time he sees somebody parking there, he's gonna, he's throwing out threats and
Oh my
all
God.
kinds of pissed off. And I was just like, I don't understand. I just moved my car.
Yeah.
And then he just kept yelling. He didn't even want to hear anything. He just wanted to scream for a while.
Okay.
And my roommate was just like, "Thank you, Omar. Goodbye, Omar. Have a good night, Omar." And he left. And then I dropped a friend off and I went grocery store and I came home and I parked I was like 2 inches from the wall,
Yeah.
2 inches from the tree.
Like couldn't get
there
out of
was
your car.
There was no way that I would, if I had like 2 drinks, I wouldn't be able to get out of there. Which I, of course, totally wouldn't drive anyway.
No, that's horrible.
But yeah, so I parked seriously like 4 feet away from that fucking line. And then I hear another knock on the door. I'm like, "Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking, like, seriously more of this bullshit?"
Yeah.
And I go to the door and I open it and it's this girl and she's holding a tall orchid, like
Oh.
a potted orchid.
Uh-huh.
And then I see Omar like kind of peeking out from behind her with like a hot pizza. And they were just like, "Here you go. This is for Jenny. And, sorry for yelling at you earlier. Just wanted to, like try to make amends. And sorry for being an asshole. And blah, blah, blah." And I was just like, "Oh my God, you didn't have to do this." Like, no, really, go ahead." So I took the pizza and the flower, but I was like, "What the fuck?" Like,
Pizza and a flower.
yeah, like I closed the door behind me after they left and I look at my roommate and I'm just like, I'm holding these things and I'm looking at her like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah.
Like, what? Seriously?
What the fuck happened?
Exactly. And she's
This
like,
house is a fucking prison.
yeah. So, and she's just like, "I don't know, but pizza."
Yeah.
And
let's
so we
fucking
threw
eat.
down the pizza, we watched some Oscars, and it was actually kind of awesome.
That's really strange.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, the last time he flipped out on one of us and brought over presents, it was a pineapple and a bag of weed. So that was for my roommate.
Oh God.
Fucking cock
I think
ass!
he's on probation.
And hopefully on medication.
Sometimes he is, sometimes he's not, obviously. But he's like crazy bipolar. I think he might be mildly schizophrenic. I'm not even sure, but
Probably.
But I think that the reason he brings these things over is so that we don't call the police.
It probably is.
Yeah.
Because he'd probably get in trouble.
I'm pretty sure he's on parole.
Yeah. and I'm sure if he gets a call, he goes right to jail.
Probably.
At least for a night or something.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I bet you're right. Lucky you.
I know.
Good times indeed.
Free pizza.
Yeah.
Well, now I have this fucking flower to take care of.
Where's your flower?
It's at my work.
Oh, okay. That's so
It
random.
can die in a corporate atmosphere.
Just like your soul.
Yeah, good times.
That is so weird.
Good
Here's a
times.
flower and a pizza.
Yeah,
Don't call the
right?
cops.
Right?
Hope you like pepperoni. What kind of pizza was it?
It was
by the way?
pepperoni.
Oh, there
Yeah.
you go.
No,
Because
who
who doesn't like a little sausage in their mouth?
Right, it was like one of those hot and ready pizzas, so it was like pretty actually
Yeah, it
like
was.
terrible, but it was a nice gesture. So.
Maybe that could be my nickname, Greg Hot and Ready Jones.
Not totally doable.
I think Totally Doable is actually really good.
It's really funny.
don't remember how that got started. Somebody said something about being totally doable, and I was like, hey, that's my nickname in high school.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even think we were talking about sex.
No.
It was just, that's totally doable.
Yeah, and I was like, yeah,
We
that
can
was
do
my
that.
nickname in high school.
It's a good one.
Yeah. All right, let's move on, shall
Okay.
we? So I heard this thing on another podcast. In fact, huge shout out to the Four Sisters in a Bottle podcast. Really
Hey, Four
good.
Sisters.
Yeah, you should check them out. They think you're sexy, by the way. They think-
Really?
Yeah. They posted it. I bet, or was it Jenny sounds really sexy. Oh, and by the way, you sound pretty decent too, or something like that. Like once again, I'm just doable.
I'm glad they caught on to the dynamics of our show.
right. So they think you're sexy. So I replied with, well, of course she is, and of course I'm not. So big shout out to them, and huge shout out to the 76th Street podcast group. I think is what it's called. It's on Facebook.
76th Street
Yeah.
podcast.
There is a
Okay.
76th Street podcast, and then they've started a group for other podcasters to get in and network and join. So we're in the middle of that, and that's how I found out about the Four Sisters in a Bottle, who are hilarious, and they're also from SoCal. So
Yay.
maybe one of these days we could work something out.
Just one bottle
Yeah, I don't
between
know.
Four Sisters?
I don't know what their problem is, but they do like the wine.
Come on, ladies. Bump
Yeah.
it up to 2.
Step it up, ladies. Anyways, they were saying on their show, and I wanted to ask you about this because I've never heard this before, and I wondered if it was true. They were saying that if a girl has to pee really bad,
Mhm.
and you can't, like there's no bathroom and you're not a squat popper, one thing you can do is think about sex to the point where you get turned on,
Oh.
and it kind of like shuts off your
Okay.
I need to pee mechanism,
I see what's going on there.
and now you can't pee, though you're left with this really horniness. I don't know if that's good or bad, but
Well, I've never done it that way.
okay, you've just had sex.
No. Okay. Hold on.
Oh God.
First off,
Stand by
I will
for
pop
story.
a squat.
Oh yeah.
If there's a dark corner, don't even question me. I'm just hand me a Domino's napkin and I'm solid.
I'm just glad you keep it classy.
You know how I do.
Yeah.
Second, yes. Sometimes this is gonna sound so weird. All right. So sometimes if I gotta go to the bathroom, but I'm like sleeping,
Right.
and I
We'll call
want to
it
go.
sleeping.
I want to go back to sleep.
Uh-huh.
I'll just I'll masturbate for a little bit, and then it'll kind of make it go away, and then I'll go back to sleep.
That makes it go away?
Yeah, it does.
Really?
And then an hour later, then I'll get up and go to the bathroom. But yeah,
That's crazy.
I know.
I would never, expect it to actually work.
It makes my sleepy time so much better.
Sleepy time becomes sexy
Yes,
time.
this happens. This can work.
6-7
when I'm
nights a
trying to
week.
go to sleep or when I don't want to wake up just yet.
Right.
Yeah. So
Wow, interesting.
first thing in the morning.
So it's a real thing,
I think
to some extent at least.
I've never tried the think of the sex thing,
Uh-huh.
but that I'm definitely going to try that, and I'll let you know.
Okay.
We'll come back to that subject.
You should, instead of actually doing something about it, just think about it and see what happens.
Okay. Well, you know what? Hey, how about on the show, whenever I have to go to the bathroom, I'll just be like, sex. And then hopefully it'll go away. But I'll
And
let
then-
you know that I'm doing it.
Right. And then
You
you
know.
look over at me and go, never mind, didn't work.
Yeah, I totally peed all over your bed, dude.
Like the sight of you made me lose it.
No, but it is a very similar sensation.
That's interesting.
Yeah. It's all kind of in the same region,
Yeah.
if you know what I mean.
Oh, I know. I'm glad we got all scientific on
It's
their ass.
cool. It's cool.
It's nice. We're smart like that.
Totally.
Yeah.
I'm
Anyways.
super embarrassed right now.
Don't be embarrassed. Jenny masturbates.
Well, obviously I masturbate, but
Yeah, we've told that story.
to make it so I don't have to pee, that's a little weird.
Just a little.
Yeah.
I mean, not at all. Not a bit.
I don't know. Now I'm wondering if other girls do that. Probably not.
That's a good question. I actually had told this to Eva, and she goes, "I've never heard that before." And today she texted me and said, "I think it kind of works." Out of nowhere. So
You had to guess what she was talking about.
right. I was like, "Huh?" Oh, I was like, "You had to
Oh,
pee,
that.
huh?" So, other ladies that listen to the show, let us know if that works. And if you've never tried it, give it a little try ski.
Please stop putting ski at the end of the words.
Can I at least stick with blow ski and hand ski?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give it a little try, give a little shot, and let us know if it works for you, I guess.
Mhm.
I don't know if that's really awkward having a guy ask you to think about sex, but think about sex, ladies.
Hey, our pod pussycats. Let's do
Oh,
this.
I like that. We should call them the Pod Pussycats.
Our pussycats. I want to call our listeners podcats because
Yeah.
I wanted to start a podcast called Podcasts because whenever I was typing podcast, I couldn't type it right. I'm like mildly dyslexic when it comes to typing out the word podcast.
You know how long it took me to get used to typing out awkward apocalypse?
Oh, dude, it's awful.
It
It's
is.
so awful.
But now I know how to
now
spell
you're
them.
fine.
Now,
Yeah.
now if anybody, like somebody not that long ago was like, how do you spell apocalypse? I was like, hey, P-O-C, you know, he went down and I was like how do you know
felt
that so well? I was
excited.
like, nobody knows how to spell apocalypse correctly. I was like,
The people who know how to spell
This guy.
awkward, because that took me a little bit.
it's true. It's got
when
the
I was
two
a kid.
W's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's an awkward word.
Yeah, it is. Sometimes AKW. No. Yeah.
No?
Luckily, we got the Macs that correct everything for us.
It's true.
and the iPhones.
It's true. All
So,
right. Well,
anyways, let's take a break.
okay.
Is that cool with you?
Absolutely.
Let me.
It's going to be a short day today, huh?
Why? We're like 20 minutes in.
Really?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
We rock this joint, whatever that means.
Oh, Amanda's here.
Oh, perfect timing.
Perfect
Let's
timing.
see if we can convince her to come on. She probably won't, but let's try.
Let's see if she
Let-
try to convince her to do it.
Or at least give us or me a ball koozie.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens. I'll take my chances. Anyways, check us out at Awkward Pod on Twitter, Facebook.com/AwkwardApocalypse, 323-379,
9225.
and we'll be right back. Sluts.
Yeah, so anyways, man, the Rohip, no. I was like, Rohip, yes.
And you were wearing the Boy Scout uniform.
Oh, all the way live, man.
Speaking of live, are we live?
Yeah, I think we're live right now.
We're recording right now?
We're fucking recording.
Oh, hello, law enforcement agencies of the world. I'm Shannon.
This is Harry.
Together, we are Route 21 Podcast.
That's right. Based out of Mount Pearl, Newfoundland, Canada.
Can't find that on a map. I'll tell you where you can find us, though.
Yeah, you can find us on iTunes,
You can find us on iTunes. You can find us on Stitcher.
on the Stitcher Radio Network.
We're also on Route21.podbean.com.
That's right. We got a Gmail account, route21pod@gmail.com.
And a Twitter account at Route21Pod.
Absolutely.
And we talk about cool stuff.
Stuff that matters.
Stuff that matters, like how to avoid jail sentences.
That's right. Where to get stains out of Boy Scout uniforms.
How to solder a door closed.
Childproof locks.
Yeah. Welcome back in, Podcats. See, I used it.
Ooh, I like it.
I did it. This is still the Awkward Apocalypse, still Greg, still Jenny,
What's up?
but we're doing a little math and we're multiplying. We brought Amanda into the show.
Hello, everyone.
Into the fold. Not only did we bring Amanda, we brought her boobs as well.
They go wherever I go.
I'm
Oh.
glad she agreed to this.
I'm glad her boobs agreed to it. Thank God.
They have no choice.
Hey, titties.
They're like, hey there. They're like tit slaves.
A guy said hello to my tits today, and I was
Really?
like, don't you dare talk to my boobs.
Oh, why not?
He was weird.
Oh, okay.
Like the time that guy awkwardly said goodbye to my boobs at that one date I had.
What?
You haven't heard this story.
No, and before we get into real quickly, just want to give another shout out to the Heart Ring, who has provided us with some fantastical music today. Thanks, guys. Check them out on Facebook and, of course, theheartring.com. All that good stuff. Now that's out of the way, we need boob stories. Let's hear it.
Went on a date, I guess, a couple weeks ago, and when saying goodbye, the guy awkwardly patted my tit.
What?
Like, didn't like cup my boob, just flat hand, little pat a couple
little-
times on the boob and said bye.
Really?
Yep.
Did he know about the whole boob contest by chance?
I think he does.
Oh, okay. So I mean, was it kind of like a joke? Like,
No.
oh, he was literally saying goodbye to your boobs.
Yes.
Oh,
It's kind of distracting when Jenny's playing with the boobs.
Yep.
wow, that's weird and ballsy. That's very ballsy. I wish I had the balls to do that to somebody. Hey, great date. See you later. Wow. Okay. Awesome.
I was like hugging my boss goodbye one time, but I was sitting down and she was kind of like bending over to say goodbye.
Uh-huh.
And like I accidentally squeezed her butt. Like I just did it. Like I wasn't even thinking. I just put my hand on her butt and
But
squeezed.
your boss is a little hottie, so there you go.
Is
Yeah.
she?
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
pretty hot.
Nice. I was when I was in high school. I worked at McDonald's, and I think I was 15 or 16. I was working in drive-through, and I was at the first window taking the money, taking the orders, and some girl rolls up. It's nighttime, real slow. Not even girl. Like she's probably mid to late 30s. And at that age, you know, that's old to me. I was like 15 or 16. But she was really good looking, great set of tits, clearly wearing no bra, and had like a sundress on, very loose fitting. And I reach out for the money, and like she drops it, but it was very strange. It's like it easily could have put it in my hand. It's like, did you really just drop that? I was like, oh, don't worry about it. I said, I'll come around and get it. We're not busy. Don't worry. Just go to the second window. She's like, oh, no, don't worry. I got it. She opens her door. She bends over to get it and just like, bloop, falls right over her dress. And I was just like, just wide-eyed, just like, holy, and they were amazing tits. I'm just like, and she looks up and she smiles and she goes, and she hands me the money. She's like, here you go. Have a great night. I was like, I think I will.
She didn't like act surprised about it.
No, I think she did it on purpose.
Oh my god.
I don't know
Sounds
why.
like it with that little reaction
Yeah.
she gave you afterwards.
Yeah, because it was
so
almost
awesome.
it was almost like a "you're welcome" without actually saying "you're welcome," and it's like, and how easy it would have been to not have dropped your
I
money.
wonder
Like,
if
my
it was
hand
a
in her
dare
face.
or something.
Maybe it was.
Maybe.
Whatever it was, I appreciated it. It was
She was
fantastic.
put up to it.
Yeah, I liked it though.
That'd be a good
dare.
dare.
It would be a
Ooh,
good
we
dare.
should go do that one
We
night.
should do that. We should just like pop our boobs out of our sundresses.
We could put it
Wait,
up on
but
the Facebook.
we already do that whenever we want.
That's true.
It's true.
But the listeners don't know that.
They do now.
Damn it!
We won't be able to see it.
We could put it up on the old Facebook.
Yeah, I guess
machine.
Facebook would work.
That could be fun.
Yeah.
Get flagged for inappropriateness. I love it.
Totes.
Anyways, let's move on. Before we get on to what you got for us, I guess I should get on to what Haiku Hank has left for us. In that case, here it is.
Oh, Jenny! Yo! Haku ain't here with my episode 12 Awkward Talk Haku about high school exes. Here it goes. Is it right for me to recall high school pussy? So young, hot, and fresh. Oh, Jenny, yo! Can't wait to see you on Twitter. Bye.
What percentage of that did you understand?
I understood the last two lines.
Okay.
Yeah.
'Cause
I understood
get the
far
first one.
less.
Yeah, me too. I'm with you. I'm like, wait. I
He's
heard-
basically talking about like high school pussy
okay.
and in like a positive light.
Oh, like he still gets high school pussy?
That's no
Probably.
like he still
That's all I can
likes
get.
it, but not that he gets it, but that he still likes it.
Well, you know Hank's motto: if there's grass on the field, play ball.
Oh,
I said it's Hank's motto. I didn't say it was mine.
Oh, that's
still
so bad.
I guess in his case, if there's grass on the joint, smoke. I don't know. That was stupid.
Start over.
yes.
Start over. It was
Edit
horrible.
point.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. Before we get into the Would You Do It, I think we should take a shot
Okay.
because this is always rough for me.
All right.
Rough.
And now that we have
Cheers.
Amanda with us, we have a reason to drink. We're not just bleeding.
Cheers to everybody.
We're blatantly alcoholics.
Yeah, I've got no shame.
Yummy.
I saw that little bit of upchuck there.
No, I was laughing. I was laughing because I heard a noise.
You looked like you were about to vomit.
Better not, because you have a chaser and I don't.
I heard
True.
one. I don't know who it was, but one of you made the little noise, and,
did.
and it was me laughing.
Oh,
I was like, "What
I
the
thought you were
fuck?
actually
Like, who's throwing up?" blah, blah, blah. Anyways, all right, let's do this.
Can I ask you? Would you do it?
Yeah,
Okay, let me drink my beer.
yeah, please do. That's why I took the shot to prepare for this, because I'm a little afraid.
All
Aren't
right.
you always?
So this one is specifically for Greg. I'm sorry, I wasn't
Totally
exactly
fine.
expecting you, but you can still answer.
But we're glad you're here.
Okay. This week's Would You Do It? Would you trade your penis for a month if it meant you got to be a hot girl for a week?
Interesting.
And I bet you would just stare at yourself in the mirror all day long.
I just
naked.
play with my tits. And then at the end of the month, I get everything back to normal.
Yep, everything goes back to normal.
You know, I've always wondered what it feels like as a girl to, like, you know, have sex. Mainly for scientific.
So you would have sex with a dude while you were a girl.
That's the only problem is
God,
that
how do
would,
you
get
always turn this
blowjobs.
into a gay thing?
that would make me sort of gay. But I've always wanted to know what it feels like to help my performances, if you will. I don't know. That's really weird because I feel like if I tried anything out, I'd automatically become gay. Though no one would know
True.
because I'd be a chick and I wouldn't look like me, hopefully, because I'd make a really ugly chick.
I just thought about this. Do you remember that movie Hot Chick with the oh my god, that really hairy ugly guy? What was his name? I don't even remember.
I remember
his
the
name.
name. I don't remember. I don't know if I saw it or not.
It was like the guy and like there was some voodoo going on and he turned into a really hot girl.
It's short guy,
yeah.
Deuce Bigelow.
Yep, that guy.
Isn't it called like Hot Chicks?
It's called Hot Chick.
Yeah, the hot chick or hot.
Yeah, the hot
I don't
chick
think
or-
I saw it.
No? It
I
was
think
pretty
Netflix has it.
good. I think it does, yeah.
I'm gonna rush home and watch it.
Yeah, you
Definitely
should.
check that
Yeah.
out. But he's like you see him like grabbing his boobs and he's just like, "Bah, this is awesome."
Yeah.
So would you do it?
Yes. I think I would.
You
at
would?
At the very least, I'd probably finger myself a lot, see what
Okay.
it felt like, and play with and then take pictures of my tits to keep for later,
Oh, okay.
because I know those
Amanda,
would
would
come in
you
handy.
would you trade all this to be a man for a week?
Fuck yes.
Yeah.
really
I would do it too.
give up those glorious tits?
I mean, it was just giving
Boom,
up the
boom,
tits
and
for
pow.
a month. That's totally fine. But I mean, it'd be interesting to see what it's like.
Would you like jerk off every day?
I already do.
I would
so
totally jerk
I
off
would probably
every
jerk
day.
off twice a day then.
You'd be like, I can use lotion now.
I have the craziest penis envy. Like I really wish I had a penis, but I don't want to do all the work to get one.
Exactly.
I have
You
lazy
wish you
penis
had one.
envy.
Well, you got a purple strap on
No, I don't. I lost that
at one point.
I know. I never.
Oh, what
ha-
a shame!
It was
you
never
lost
mine. So,
It. Oh, he kept it.
well, he bought it.
Did it only make
Shouldn't
sense?
stop you from taking it.
Speaking of high school exes,
Oh God,
it's a great segue.
That is a good.
So we would all do
It's because
the
I'm a pro.
trade your shit to be hot, whatever.
Yeah.
So this week's awkward talk is high school exes,
Yes.
as Haiku Hank mentioned.
So you say. I don't know what he mentioned, but
He was talking about his high school girls. But yeah, I mean, I only had one or two real relationships in high school.
okay.
So I mean, I can talk about those, but I know that we all have our weird situations.
Yeah.
So, I guess why don't I start?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know too. So.
So I was with this guy named Brian for a few years. I'm just gonna go ahead and fucking name him because I'm not gonna say his last name. But
Just did
yeah,
name him.
right. Yes,
That
I
is.
did on
Yes,
purpose.
That's awesome.
So we were together, for 3.5 years, like on and off, but like really on and off. So during the off
On and
times,
off,
it was
in
like
and
a
out.
couple weeks, and like I would totally go out and like hook up with other guys, and like a couple times I actually did cheat on him, and
Oh.
yes,
I never knew this.
I did, and I wasn't proud of it, but he found out about 2 of them.
Okay.
And one of them was, both of them were very close friends of his.
Uh-huh.
And I was a stupid girl in high school, so I don't condone any of this. But the first one that he caught me cheating on him with, they got together and were like, well, how are we going to punish her?
Oh God.
And they decided that in order for me to make up for it, I would have to have sex with both of them at the same time.
What?
So I ended up only having sex with one of them, and yeah.
And
The other one, anyway.
Pussied out.
It was more of like an Eiffel Tower thing going on.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
so there were 3 people in the room.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
And then the second time he caught me cheating,
So
it was
weird.
with it was with another one of his best friends, and to get back at me, he decided to have sex with his best friend's girlfriend. So yeah, so it was just this big awful roundabout bullshit cheating circle.
So in order to get back at you, he fucked over his best friend.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Well, it pissed me off because I was like, what the fuck? Like, vengeance cheating?
Right.
Well, and I was bummed too. Like, it really affected me. So after that, I was like, maybe this isn't so much my thing.
Apparently
So,
not.
yeah,
Wow.
I haven't done it since. So, I'm going on like 10 years strong
Of not cheating on people.
of not cheating on people.
Sometimes when I bring this up, depending on the conversation, I feel like such a pussy. Like I've literally never cheated on anybody.
No?
And some reason or
It's not
sometimes
something to be proud of. If
I
you
realize it's
cheated
not
on
Really not something to be
somebody.
proud of.
Yeah.
I realize at the same time I'm like, I'm probably like the only dude out there that hasn't cheated on
No,
somebody. Like
no,
what's
there's
No,
others,
no.
but it's definitely
Besides Mike,
bragging
but-
rights.
Kitty, that's the iPad. Thank you.
There are good men out there, but
Kitty's trying to play drops.
Kitty wants attention.
yeah,
That's so funny.
that's okay. My fucking cat.
Yeah.
So, well, you had a few girlfriends in high school.
Yeah, I had a few. When I went in right after I got into high school, I had a girlfriend for 9 months as a freshman. Like that's a long time for a freshman.
That is a long
Yeah.
She went to another school. Her name was Jenny.
Hey.
She went to another school. Then we broke up. Basically, we never saw each other. It's hard when you don't drive and you go to different schools in different towns. And so we finally broke up. And then she ended up coming to Camarillo, where we went. And we dated for like a week. And then one of her friends convinced her to break up with me or whatever.
Aw.
So,
Aw.
she was the first love.
Well, we went out for a hot minute.
Did we?
Yeah. Should I not have mentioned this?
No,
you didn't know.
please.
You don't remember this?
No, do tell.
What I think? How I don't know. It was like maybe
you
a
guys
couple
talked-
weeks
Yeah.
or something.
I didn't realize we're actually going out.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure you were my boyfriend. For
I feel like a
couple weeks. Don't. I don't honestly remember so little of it. And then-
What do you remember?
I don't really remember anything from it.
Well,
I don't. I mean,
mean-
it obviously wasn't like. I don't know. I don't know. Like if we hung out or like what we did if we did hang out.
Really? I feel like a dick because I don't remember us actually being like boyfriend girlfriend or anything.
Yeah.
We were.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
The look on your face, Greg.
Yeah. We were.
It's like light bulb.
We didn't do anything. Like,
No,
I
we
mean, it was
didn't.
like it
Like, we
was
didn't
so
even kiss.
stupid.
Like, we never even
I
kissed.
think we did.
No, we didn't.
I think we did.
That I would definitely remember.
No, I'm pretty sure we did.
No, because
Kissing Jenny is definitely memorable.
well, I'm going to share this story on the
Or
air.
maybe we held hands or something.
I do remember that.
Okay.
Well, first of all, I remember one time we went to Magic Mountain with like a group of my friends from work, and you went with me. And I remember the way back, like we held hands in the car. Like I remember that.
We're so lame.
We're so lame. But I remember specifically we didn't kiss, and I so badly. I shouldn't tell this story.
No, I think we did.
No, we didn't. And
Maybe
I'll tell,
not on that trip, but
I'll tell you how I know that we didn't.
okay.
And this is so embarrassing. And no,
I can't
he
wait.
can't even look at us right now.
hold on, let me turn around. This is one of those learning moments where you do it and you go, "Oh, why did you go about it that way, dumb fuck?" So at least I've learned for the rest of my life not to do this ever again. So I remember I was at your house one night and we're hanging out. No big deal at all. Oh, it was right after I got jumped. Remember I got my ass kicked?
No.
You don't remember that? I got my ass kicked in high school by 4 Mexican guys. They beat the fuck out of me.
Why?
I worked with one of them. All right, here's a little backstory to that. I worked with one of them. I came through when I worked at McDonald's. I came through the drive-thru one night because my buddy wanted food, and that guy threw sauce packets in my car.
Oh.
So I went inside and I punched him.
Oh.
It's like, what the fuck? He was in like work furlough, but it was like the kids version because he's under 18.
Yep.
He got out and he got 3 of his like brothers or something to come over, and they beat me up one night after work. And
Wow.
yeah, and like my eye was all fucked up and like disgusting and nasty, and anyway, so I got beat up one night, and so I remember it was like the next night or shortly thereafter, I was talking on the phone and I told you what happened, and you're like, "Oh, come over, I want to see." Like, thanks, you want to see the freak show? So I remember I came over and like we're hanging out. Didn't mean to choke you up.
It's cool.
We're hanging out, and and this is where the really embarrassing part. 'Cause I really didn't want to say it, but I don't remember what led up to this point, but I basically asked you if I could kiss you.
Why would you do that?
Exactly.
God.
Because
What a weirdo.
you think I'm a weirdo now. Like there was no closing abilities in high school whatsoever. And you're like, I don't think that's a good idea. And I was like, oh, why did I ask? I should have just gone for it. At the very least, I would have gotten like a second and a half before you punched me in the face. Where at this point, I got 0.
Aw.
And at least I learned from my mistakes of you don't ask, you either do or don't kind of
Right.
thing. You know, it's like, and so I felt so fucking stupid as I do right now telling this story.
Well, that's all right.
Yeah.
You know,
But
no big deal.
yeah. So no, we never kissed
All right.
because I asked for
You guys
it.
could now.
Yeah.
I'm
The only thing that's
good.
in the way is a kitty cat.
There's a little pussy in the way. But anyways, so now that I'm thoroughly embarrassed,
It's cool.
no.
Yeah. You've been
Want to hear about my first prom?
Definitely.
Ooh.
First prom. How many proms did you go to?
2.
2 proms.
Slut.
When I was a junior, I was dating a senior, so I went to prom
You're
with
a
him.
whore.
He was
What do you say,
senior
pal?
at another school.
Oh shit.
We were getting out for a couple months, and he invited me to prom. Like a few weeks before prom, I was just completely bored and over him. Let me preface saying, like, I was completely bored with like everyone I dated in high school because I knew I wasn't staying in that state and I was leaving.
Oh, so in Texas, right?
Yeah, in Texas. So I knew like I didn't want anything serious, and he was looking for serious. So I knew I was bored with him, ready to leave him, but it was like 2-3 weeks before prom, so I decided to be nice and like wait it out
Okay.
and went to prom with him because I didn't want to leave him high and dry. And I go there, and it's like we're at his school where I know no one. He doesn't introduce me to any of his
Oh, so
friends.
you didn't go to school there?
No, we went to different high
Oh, that's
schools.
right. You just said that. What am I thinking?
I knew no one. He didn't really introduce me to anyone there. I ran into a friend of mine from my high school that was there, and we kind of just hung out with each other the entire night while he just went off and did his own thing. He left me alone the whole time,
Really?
to the point where I got so bored that I made him bring me home 2 hours early,
Wow.
earlier
Shit.
than my curfew.
Mom and Dad were like, what?
My
What a
parents,
good
well, actually,
boy.
my parents were asleep because they were leaving that morning to go on vacation.
Oh, okay.
So they were a little confused as to why I was coming home early.
They're like, what the fuck?
But as he dropped me off, that's when I broke up with him.
Oh God.
Seriously? On his prom night?
Yes. On prom night.
Up.
So my parents called me the next day once they
Wow.
land because they flew out to Hawaii, and they were like, "So, why were you back so early?" I was like, "I was bored. Made him bring me home.
Wow.
Then I dumped him." And my dad's like,
Uh,
"Good."
yeah,
My
I
dad
bet.
doesn't want to think about what happens on prom night with
Right.
your daughters
Yeah.
because I'm
you
the
know,
baby.
We all know the stereotypical prom night situation.
Exactly. So my dad is like was proud of it. What I found out from my dad's best friend like 5 years later was that my dad bragged about that story.
Really?
All about me breaking up with him on prom night so that nothing would happen. Like he bragged about it for years to come.
That's so great.
It's his new favorite story at that point.
It was not anymore. It's
not now, but
been so long. But yeah.
what, like 4 or 5 years?
I wish.
That's when we graduated, right? 4 or 5 years ago.
Something like that.
Yeah.
No.
My ex actually refused.
What, you don't want me to remind you that our 10-year reunion's this year?
No, I don't want you to remind me of that.
Oh, you guys
Yes.
are old.
Our 10-year
Yeah,
reunion.
you're such a fucking youngster over there.
Mine's coming up in a couple years, so
Didn't you graduate
or
04?
next year, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
yours
only a
is
year
next
behind
year.
us.
next year.
Are you going back for your reunion?
Am I going back to Texas for the reunion?
Yeah.
99% sure I'm not.
Yeah, because
I'm not friends
Road
with
trip?
anyone. I don't talk to anyone. Like,
well, that's the thing. Like,
That's
Can
why
I
live-
pretend to be you?
Oh, that'd be hilarious.
Can we go on a road trip and I'll be
Wait,
like,
wait.
I'm Amanda
this is
Dixon.
Texas, where very strong Christians want to come be my
I
wife.
was gonna say you guys should be together.
Ew. Yeah, we should be together.
Well,
that'd be
technically, we're
hilarious.
engaged as
We
of
are.
a year
We're
ago.
supposed to
You should go.
Definitely.
Like, this is me, my fiance Jenny.
Mhm.
See, I have like no interest in going back to my high school reunion, even though I live, very close to my high school. It's like if
Go.
well, it's like if I like you, I still talk to you, and if I don't, then I don't. It's like, why do I need to go meet up with a bunch of people who are assholes, and then I
Are
can't
they
stand?
charging for it?
I have no idea. I haven't. You
If
know
it's
what?
free, just go for the food.
If there's free booze, I'm there.
Yeah, I don't
But,
talk. I mean, I have some of the friends on Facebook of people where I'm like, they were okay to me. Like, we were nice in high school,
Yeah.
but we're not buddy. I'm not buddy with anyone. I don't ask anyone how
Right.
they're up to.
No, I have.
They don't
I have.
call me. I don't call them.
Yeah, I have
Why
friends
fly
left.
back?
Yeah, I have friends left from high school, and I talk to them and I hang out with them. And if I don't, it's because I don't want to.
Mm-hmm.
You know what might be fun? Maybe the listeners as well as you two could come up with some dares that I could do while at my high school reunion.
That's a really good idea.
That could be fun, and we could maybe get some audio from that.
I think that's an excellent
Or
idea.
how about this? Jetson come follow me around mine and collect all the awkward stories of me trying to interact with people.
You know, it'd be good. We should go. We should both go to yours, and you can say these are my
Ooh.
fiancés.
That would be perfect.
That would be, since it's
He
Texas.
can
They would
be.
love that.
I'll be your wife, but he'll be our slave.
Even better.
Chain me up.
Oh my
Drag
god.
we'll,
me
we'll
around.
ball and gag you, honey.
We'll put you in a collar.
Wait a minute.
Wait.
Anyways, I don't know
What?
how we got so off topic.
Yeah. Well,
Zip.
speaking of proms, I had the guy that I was just talking to you about. He downright refused to go to prom with me,
That sounds about
and
right.
I had to bring somebody else, and he was super pissed about
Who'd
it.
you bring? Oh,
I took my
you
friend
say?
Chris.
oh, okay.
And he was a gentleman about it. He
That's
was very
good.
nice, and he dressed up and brought me a flower and everything. But yeah, boyfriend at the time wasn't too pleased about that.
He was a bit of a douche.
Yeah.
My
But-
senior year prom, I flat out refused to go with my boyfriend. I told him no. And he had
Really?
apparently planned a whole bunch of stuff already.
Aw, why didn't you go with him?
Because he was a complete, utter douchebag who I really wanted to dump, but he wasn't taking me saying we're over as a good enough excuse. So I was like, I'm taking a friend to prom.
Okay.
Whose school didn't have a prom. So I was,
Oh, that's
I was
nice.
like, I'm
of
trying to
you.
be nice to a friend. I
What
was
kind
like,
of fucking school?
you're
doesn't have a
21.
prom?
That's
You've been
weird.
to prom.
Why didn't they have a prom?
He was 21,
My boyfriend at the time was 21.
and he got all pissy that you wouldn't take him to prom.
Correct. He apparently had
Wow.
everything planned out. He had the tux ready. He was picking out the restaurant. I was like,
What a
no.
vagina!
He was. He was
Excuse
sick.
you. That's romantic. I wish.
But no, but it's creepy because he's
I wish my
21.
date would have done that.
It'd be one thing if you just want to take a dinner and do all those nice things, but
I think my date was about that old.
that's probably true.
Yeah.
Nope. So I took a
Well,
friend
your
of mine.
boyfriend was, right?
My boyfriend was, and I think my date was the same age as him.
Yeah, but the fact that he was so
That's really sweet.
excited about it is kind of worries me because he was 21 and it's a high school prom.
There's nothing wrong with that when you're 21.
I
You're
guess.
still
Yeah.
kind of like living in your high school days, you know, when you're like early 20s, I guess.
I guess so.
What are you doing over there?
Amanda's headphones weren't working, and
Are you testing them?
they are officially broken. Oh wait,
Testes.
they just started working. I'll throw them back at her now.
Stop throwing things at me. You're beating me up.
Well, you know, I heard you like it rough. Anyways,
Not that rough.
damn it. What was that look for?
I don't know.
You're giving me like this evil look. Jesus Christ. So this is way off topic, but I mean, this whole thing's got off topic, but it's been fun. So high school exes.
Yep.
I was trying to think of my high school exes. I had the one I told you about. I was with her for 9 months as a freshman, which is pretty good.
Mhm.
And then the ex that I ended up living with and was with for like 6 years, we met when I was a senior. Though she was a year older, so she was out of high school.
Mm.
Nothing crazy while in high school. I did date a girl for a month. I'm trying to remember her name. Jessica. And she ended up being a little crazy. We broke up after a month. We never really did anything. As far as, I don't mean like sexual. I just mean like we never hung out that much. So I was like, why are we boyfriend and girlfriend? And then she came up to me at school and saw me hanging out with another girl and got really mad. Started bitching out the other girl and was like, we need to get back together right now. I was like, huh?
That's super creepy.
Excuse me. A baking powder. So that was kind of the extent.
I had a weird ex. It was when I was in high school. He was already an ex, and my current boyfriend, or actually my future boyfriend, I guess the one I was just talking about.
Yeah.
He and I were like just kind of starting to get into like the whole dating thing together.
Okay.
But my ex-boyfriend and I still were like we would hang out in the same group in high school, so like at lunch and stuff. And I got in trouble one night because I stayed out, 10 minutes past curfew with New Boy.
New boy.
And so and I was like in big trouble too. So he, to apologize, he sent a huge, beautiful bouquet of red roses to my school
Oh.
in my name, and somebody like found me during lunchtime and gave them to me. And I was like, and everybody's like, oh, who are those from? Who's this from? And I'm like, oh, well, it says Brian. And my ex came up and was like, oh, hey, that's really awesome. You just got flowers. Can I see them? And I was like, oh yeah, sure. Here you go. And hand them over. And he grabs them out of my hand, starts sprinting down the hallway,
Oh, jeez.
and smashes them over one of our friends' heads.
What?
Holy
Yeah,
shit.
just fucking like petals everywhere. And I was watching this whole thing go down, and I'm like, oh, that's kind of funny. But like years later, I'm like, what the fuck was with that?
That's weird.
Yeah, like I mean, he did it like as it was a joke or something, and
Well, he did it because he was jealous.
and then I, later figured out that it was because he was jealous. So
Right.
Mhm.
yeah, it was really strange.
Bitches in high school be loco.
Dude, I mean, not only girls.
I just
That
mean
was
bitches
like a
in
really,
general.
really weird situation.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So, yeah.
I had this awkward moment in high school. And this guy I had a crush on came up to me when I was talking to friends and inserted himself in the conversation. And he casually just reached down and just like grabbed my ass through the entire conversation. And
Oh.
I just kept going, talking to my friend like it wasn't happening. But she told me later, she's like, my eyes got wide and I just did not know
She
what
could
to
tell?
do. Well, yeah,
How
it
do
was
you
the first
ignore
time.
that?
It was the first time some guy ever groped me.
Oh.
Ever. And I'm just in the middle of a conversation with a friend, and he just comes up.
Did you
and
want him
just-
to?
Oh, I wanted to do a lot of things to him.
Oh, okay. So as long as it wasn't like not.
So
but
wasn't
it was
bad.
just surprising, and it was just
Yeah.
completely like awkward because it was out of the blue, and I was like 15 at the time or 14, and I was just like did not know how to handle it.
All right.
Wow.
Yeah, that's not strange at all. Did you ever hook up with this guy?
Unfortunately, no.
Ah,
Aw.
damn it.
Do you remember his name?
Mm-hmm.
Like, could you find him nowadays? And like,
No, I've looked.
oh.
Stalker.
I've tried Facebook.
No, like I mean, you sometimes you just gotta like look up people from your past.
just to
True.
see what they look like now, or just see how shitty they're doing or how well they're doing.
Like
Mostly
I can't
shitty.
find my first
Yeah.
crush. I can't find the guy that bullied me all through junior high. Like
Who
I'm-
bullied you?
I'm
his name was
friends-
Chandler Mesky. If
Yeah,
anybody
the
can
name-
find Chandler Mesky,
That name sounds very familiar.
M as in Mary, E S as in Sam, K E Mesky.
Wow. That sounds very familiar.
No, but and I've looked for him, and I even looked up like to see if he died or something. No records. So
Were you hoping?
I'm friends with my very
no, but I
first-
mean it would make a lot of sense as to why you wouldn't be like on any social media or
True.
there's nothing about him. So I actually was halfway expecting it, but he was such a jerk to me in junior high, and I
What
was
did he
like,
do?
well, he would just make fun of my freckles and my curly hair. I had like negative sense of style.
Yeah.
Like no, I mean it was bad. Like I'd wear like giant T-shirts to school and like leggings, and I mean then
Hey, me
it
too.
wasn't in a cool way. Like nowadays, like girls are wearing big T-shirts and leggings, but like
No one
I-
wore leggings back then.
I totally was like, they were like huge, like big dog shirts.
I
I
remember
remember
wearing-
those shirts.
I wore
like
those
men's
in like 4th, 5th
XXL.
grade.
Yeah, like that was
Yeah.
my style.
I wore them as baggy as I could.
Yeah, and then like some days I
Jorts.
would like dress up in like like the worst dresses. I don't know, and like my hair was huge because I would never brush it, and oh my god, I was such a little loser.
Yeah.
And he would always make fun of me, and he would pretend like he would pretend like he would be like lighting a lighter and then put it next to my hair and go like my hair would go up in flames. And yeah, but then later on I figured out that he actually did kind of have a crush on me, and I couldn't understand that. Like I couldn't comprehend that until I was about like 23. So yeah,
Usually how it works.
took kind of a while for me to understand that one, but
Jeez.
he was so cute, and like I didn't like him or anything, but it would just be kind of cool to be like, hey, you were the guy that bullied me in 6th grade. So
You're a dick.
you're kind of an asshole. You totally gave me a complex for like 10 years.
Ever. Being I mean, you have freckles, as do I. I have a lot of freckles. Isn't it nice now that they're not insanely...
Yeah, they kind of like mellowed out. Yeah.
I remember when I was
Nice.
little, there was a huge buzzy noise in my ear.
There is. I think it might be your laptop, some one of those.
I don't know what's going on.
Mm.
There's lots of... But, that's what it is.
Wait, okay.
Anyways, it's so nice now that they're not insanely, visible like they used to be.
Yeah, they kind of even out.
They do a little bit.
They also hide imperfections in the skin. So whenever I get a pimple, I'm like, whatever, I just got to say it. Like, it's no big deal.
Whatever.
Like people with like clear,
Me?
beautiful skin, like Amanda here.
Yes.
If something's going on the face, you're like, dang, that's like, what's
Yeah,
going on in your face.
seriously. It's like you're wearing a lot of makeup today. I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, I kind of broke out this morning.
See, like it's nice to not have to worry about it. So
Mhm.
yeah, freckles have their advantages for sure.
It's true.
Plus, they
do.
kind of make you look younger.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Not necessarily in a good way. Like, oh, you're 15.
No. No.
Anyways.
A few years ago, I Facebook stalked the very first boyfriend I had.
Oh.
For some reason, I just got this stick up my ass. So I needed to apologize to him.
Were you that big of a bitch?
We both were to each other.
Really?
Yeah. So
Is it
What-
because you liked him?
no, we were dating for a few months, and my parents went out of town, and he got kind of drunk at my house because we were there alone. and decided he was ready to lose his virginity
Oh.
because he was a senior in high school and was going off to college. And I wasn't ready. So
How old were you?
I was 15,
Oh, okay.
about to be 16. So I wasn't ready. And he tried forcing me. I declined and declined and declined. And eventually he left. And the next day I was so like, I'm done. That's it. We're breaking up. So in order to break up with him, I made out with a friend of mine instead.
Oh,
And he found out about it because I got drunk the next day with my friends,
might as well.
you know. So just a few years ago, I decided to stalk him on Facebook and like apologize for all that. Why? I don't know. I think I was a little drunk.
Sounds about right.
And we're friends now to this day.
Oh,
Oh, so you found him.
Yeah, found him. We're
and do you talk?
Oh, good.
we talked
somewhat
and
frequently. And...
not as much anymore.
Oh,
But we're friends on Facebook.
Is
my
he, like,
very,
married?
very first boyfriend. No, he's not.
Is he cute?
No, not
Oh,
anymore.
man.
Pretty ugly.
That's
Pretty freaking ugly now.
I think that's one piece of advice that I would give, like, you know, maybe like a niece or a nephew, because I don't want children. Be like, they might be really cute to you now,
but they won't.
Wait,
but
10
here's what
years.
they're gonna look like when they're older.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
it's true. Though I did look up the girl I was talking about. You know, I was with as a freshman for 9 months, whatever. She still like looks exactly the same, just
Really?
slightly older. But now she's married with a kid.
Ugh.
Now the funny thing is,
That never happens. They
no.
look the same.
Now Mike from the charity strike, who named Amanda's boobs, his girlfriend used to be best friends with this girl, and I guess they don't talk anymore. Whatever, there was a blowout. But the guy she married, she met him on vacation. She was like in Mammoth or something. Met this guy in a jacuzzi. She was like 24. He was like 32. And started hitting on her, got her number. Started sending like massive amounts of roses to her house when she got back. Like it sounded creepy to me. And apparently was still married at the time.
Oh no!
Ooh.
Came out to see her. Somehow her dad, who was insanely, oh my God, I have nightmares about her dad still. Like he was so strict and just an asshole all around. Apparently it was like, you can't be with my daughter unless you divorce your wife. He goes, fine. Went back, divorced his wife.
Wow.
And then married her eventually, had a kid. She tried to leave this guy. They live in Florida. She drove back to California. And Mike's girlfriend met her halfway in Texas to drive the rest of the way back with her. He found out, flew out here, got here before she did.
What?
Was at her house when she got home. And her mom was like, I don't know what your problem is. Like, why are you so mean to him and this and that? Like, he obviously had gone to the mom first, who is on all kinds of happy pills.
Oh my god!
And it just, and so now they're still together. And it's so funny. Every now and then I Facebook stalk her because it's so funny because they have all these like photos up together. And it's like, I know you really hate him.
That sucks so hard.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's,
that sucks.
oh my God. It's weird.
Wow.
Very, very weird.
Yeah, you got to be careful when there's such a huge age difference because, you know, you definitely want different things.
Yeah.
I mean, some
God.
people, you know, at 24 are like totally ready to get married and have babies and stuff. But like, shit, like
Yeah.
I'm going to be 27 this year and that is so fucking freaky.
I don't want to say it out loud. I'm going to be 28 this year. And
Same here. Few short months.
I know. and if like a girl that I'm with ever jokes about like, hey, I think I'm pregnant, like I flip my shit. I'm just
Yeah.
like, what? Like, well, where's the stairs?
Like your
You
balls
know?
kind of like shrink up into your body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I look for stairs in a coat hanger, and it's just
Inverted
it's-
penis.
Yeah, inverted
syndrome.
penis. Yeah.
See, at least you're worried about that. Unlike me, the guy's been going out with, I'm playing condom police because I'm
Yeah,
not.
seriously, what the fuck is
What-
up with that?
Seriously.
What?
Yeah, I'm playing
Yeah.
condom police. And it's like, it's people who are like, guys who are like, one who was very adamant and made it very well known that he's like ready to get married and have kids. And I'm
Oh.
like, no. And another one who's just like older to that age. So he's like, if I have an accident, I'm okay with it. And I'm like, no.
Oh my god.
Con-
Condom
accidents.
police. Why do females have to be
No,
the condom
thank you.
police?
No. I keep them in my car in case there's a situation.
I have 4 in my purse right now.
Yeah, there you go.
I have
It's like,
2 in that drawer.
there you
so-
go. Yeah, I mean, I've got them in my room. I've got them in my car. If I'm at a bar and I meet it, I mean, I'm such a horrible like pickup artist that like I don't ever expect to meet anybody when I'm out. But in case I do, like I got it on standby. because
Right,
It's like
right.
I don't want kids with some crazy slut I meet at a bar. Let alone kids with somebody who's not a crazy.
But you
slut.
want to have the ability to hook up with a crazy slut at the bar.
Yeah, oh yeah,
Yeah,
of course.
but-
Exactly.
Don't you
So
guys?
see, that's also the thing. Like, you have to be really careful about. Like, make sure that they're your condoms.
Oh yeah,
'Cause
poking holes.
you fucking never know.
That's I mean, that's why I got him on standby.
Ugh,
It's just so freaky.
crazy.
Crazy
That's why there's
bitches.
a huge stash next to my bed because
You have like
I want them to make sure that they know
Like an
I'm not
economy
ready
pack.
for kids.
Yeah.
like Costco.
I wish
huge
guys
box.
I wish guys could take birth control.
Okay. Okay.
I
Hold on.
wish.
Have I told you about the birth control for men yet?
No.
Okay. There is in production right now a birth control for men. It's a gel that is injected into, I believe it's like a pocket in the testicles or something, and it's like
This sounds fun.
totally painless, like except for the fact that it feels like a shot. Okay,
Right. Except
But
you're
it's
getting a
not-
shot in your ball sack.
I'm pretty sure it's right there. It might be like in the pubic zone. I'm not positive. But it's a gel, and basically it's like the male version of an IUD.
I have a video
Ah.
podcast idea now.
Me getting
Hold
a
on, I want to
shot?
revel in this for a moment.
Exactly. We'll come. I'll hold your hand.
Uh-huh.
Ginny will videotape, and you can show
Well,
the world what's it like to get
How
that
small
shot.
my dick-
Here's the
oh,
thing.
what it's like to get that shot. Okay.
Here's
And
the
how
thing
small your
is,
dick is.
Yeah, it'll prevent it's like it just stops the production of sperm or something in
So
you.
so you just shoot blanks.
Right.
Interesting.
But you still have to be really careful about STDs and yada yada yada.
Right,
But
of
it's good
course.
for like years.
Really?
Yes, you don't have to like keep going back. I think it's good until you decide that you don't want it anymore. And then you can inject yourself or you can have somebody else inject you with a baking soda water solution.
That simple? Baking soda and water?
This exists right now.
Well, I
and
know-
It's
check
so
this out.
easy for guys, but so difficult for
It's
women.
even
It's not
been
fair.
not proven. It's shown. It's in studies. It's shown to be a HPV inhibitor or something like
because guys can carry it but not catch it. Basically.
it's or I think it was like a cure or something. It was like it kind of reduced the symptoms and all that. Like if you have HPV, you can get
Yeah.
this and you won't have it as bad or something
So
like
it's
that.
kind of like a vaccine almost.
From genital problems, I
Right.
guess.
I mean, an HPV vaccine.
Kind of. No, it's not. It's not
Oh.
a vaccine.
Because they do have the HPV.
I think it
vaccine.
reduces the severity of HPV or
Oh, okay.
something along those lines.
Yeah.
And then and so then when you don't want it anymore, you just do the solution and
That's
you're back
crazy.
to normal. The only thing about this, which is so incredibly awful,
Uh-oh.
is medical companies are blocking this from being produced because it is not a moneymaker. It's a
It's not?
one-time solution. Why would
it's not like the female shot. where
why
it's
do
only
they
good for a
want
few months.
to
Well,
make a cure?
And the female pill that you have to take every freaking day
Right.
of your life.
Why would they want to come up with a cure for AIDS or cancer when they can sell you dozens of pills
Yeah.
that you have to take every single day?
Well, and the pill wouldn't work for guys because we can't remember to take it every day.
That's true. And that's why this is so fantastic is
Yeah.
because I mean a guy can now protect themselves
Yeah.
rather than relying on a woman to take the medication.
Which not a good way to rely.
It's not. It
No.
definitely isn't because a lot of girls get baby crazy.
Right. Yeah. There's those girls that'll sabotage things.
Absolutely.
And, yeah.
Absolutely. So
I had a
is,
girl once tell me like, "Well, it's okay. I'm on the pills. I don't give a shit."
Right, good for you. Good
Yeah.
for you. And it's so sad the way that the medical world is right now because they don't see this as a huge way to make money, and it's literally like pennies to produce. Pennies.
And I would pay hundreds.
The device that you have to use to inject it
Yeah.
costs more than the medicine.
Now here's the question I have: is like, the girls with the shot, they sometimes have side effects like weight gain and those sort of things.
Sure.
Now, what about the guy shot? Like, is
There
there
are
any
no side effects.
zero
Like
side
zero
effects?
side effects. It actually does more good to you than
Wow.
than anything else. Yeah.
I would pay so much money.
I
for
know,
this.
and so many guys. I would like to throw money at this.
Well, because like, but not even hookups. But if you're in a relationship and you don't want to get pregnant, you don't have to worry about condoms. Just, fuck whenever you
right,
want
like
to.
the girl wouldn't have to deal with it. You don't have to deal with her hormonal
Yeah.
imbalances,
Oh God, no.
like her, crazy periods if that's what happens,
Yeah.
or whatever the fuck happens.
I mean,
with
I was with a girl once that was like had really bad side effects to the birth control pills. She couldn't take it,
Mm-hmm.
and it was just like, fuck, we gotta always use condoms.
I'd get
God
like
damn it.
crazy bitchy for like one day, and like if I could just not have that one day a month,
Oh, me?
it would make so
Ginny
much
knows
better.
I'm all over the place. My period, fuck. I could have a couple months where I'm just sane, and then a couple months where I am just like wanting to cry every day. Like
Oh,
I am all
God.
over the place. And birth control, We'll see. My doctors finally decided to try me on it.
Yeah.
They're like, fuck it. You have medical conditions. They're going to happen with or without birth control. So we're just going to put you on birth control.
See
To
what
help.
happens.
How's
Yeah.
that going?
I'm about to start my period, and all week this week I just wanted to bang my head against the wall and cry.
Oh,
so
good for you.
it's not really
That's not so
helping
good.
with the
Not so
emotions
bad,
yet.
actually. So you're doing okay.
Not yet. Not yet.
Comparatively,
I'm, keeping,
you're doing
I'm
all right.
keeping the crazy down.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm very excited for this, and I hope it comes true. You know, a few years ago,
It's actually been a couple years in the making.
well, I know at least a few years ago, Dr. Drew was talking about on Loveline. He's saying how they're in the process of making a male birth control, and this must have been what he was referring to.
They've been saying that for like 5 years.
Yeah.
That's probably about how long
There
ago it
has
was.
been a lot of talk about this in the
Yeah.
past recent years, but
Drew was
um,
talking about how good it was going to be.
oh my God, it's just, it's the greatest thing in,
well, and you know, half the guys
In
that get chicks pregnant
contraception-
don't, at least half, don't want babies.
right.
So like, how much accidental babiness would this cut down on?
So
Because
much.
guys just get one little shot.
I think we'd have
they-
so many more problems with STDs though.
They
Yeah.
maybe, but you know what? Who cares? As long as there's not a shit ton of babies. I mean, I obviously don't want to run into that situation.
Gregory, you're so
but
funny.
it's like, you know what? The
Well,
world has
herpes
so
is
many
so
kids.
common these days anyways. It's like, what,
Oh,
3 and
great.
4, 3 and 5
Seriously?
within our age group right
Really?
now.
Great.
Yeah.
I really got to wrap it up.
But it's like, okay, would I rather get herpes or get pregnant?
Herpes.
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 Would you date someone with herpes?
Would I?
Yeah, would you?
Ooh,
Or
good
maybe you have.
question.
I don't know.
I might have. Who knows? Not everyone's honest about it these
Yeah.
days.
So what if they said, if you met this guy, went on a couple dates, things went well, it's starting to get a little hot and heavy.
I dated a guy with herpes.
Really?
Yeah, and it was fine because we would be careful about it.
Wrapped it
Yeah,
up.
you gotta be
Yeah.
careful. You just gotta wrap it up. And if it's a guy who has it anyways, I'm gonna make him put a condom on anyways. I don't want to get pregnant, so
Right.
Right.
So if
might
he
not
said-
get a lot of blowjobs.
That's true. So
but
if he's like,
he get a lot of
I
sex.
Well,
with
the
condoms.
nice thing about herpes is that why there's no nice thing about herpes.
Yeah.
But the better
the good thing is,
the better thing about herpes is that even though it is still transmittable, even though they're not having a breakout, it's so unlikely.
yeah,
But you just have to be able to detect when there's a breakout, and
it's true.
if you
Guys,
can't,
it's the hardest
then
thing
don't
to
do it.
detect.
Oh,
yeah, it has to kind of like it has to really be showing itself for a guy to be like, what the fuck is that?
Exactly.
Yeah.
there's herpes.
Well,
on
because
my balls.
you can
herpes clusters.
you can mistake it for an ingrown hair.
right.
And usually they
is
form in
common.
the same area. So
Oh.
if you keep having the same ingrown hair right there, or so you think it's an ingrown hair,
yeah.
then you'll know that that's an outbreak.
Oh god.
So to any of our listeners with herpes out there, that's how you know.
Note to self: make doctor's appointment. No, joking. All
I
right,
know. Why does Jenny know so much about STDs and male contraception?
you're a genius. Yeah.
I feel
Girls
like
gotta
I'm,
be informed.
I'm Dr.
Guys
Drew's
aren't.
like,
I love
like
Dr.
protege.
Drew.
Yeah.
And now Drew and Adam have their own show again.
yeah,
It's
they do.
amazing. It's
The
great.
Dr. Drew
The-
podcast.
It's the Adam and Drew show.
Is it called the Adam
There's
and
two.
Drew show?
There's the Adam and Drew show, and then there's
Oh,
also
and then
the
there's Dr. Drew's podcast. Right. Okay.
which is great if you're a Drew and or Adam fan.
Yes.
Anyways, we have gone way off
Oh my
topic.
god, my cat just scared the fucking
Your
shit
cat's
out of
going
me.
ape shit.
She was just
Uh,
climbing my headboard. I thought there was like something going on outside.
There was. Anyway, so we're running way over time.
I'm sorry.
But no, it's fine. These were interesting. We talked a lot about STDs. But let's move on from STDs and our
totally away from our awkward talk topic.
Yeah, we hardly
Sorry.
brushed. No,
My boobs got in the way.
It's fine. You know, we didn't
wouldn't
really
say
have any
in the way.
submissions, so instead
More-
we had
nice bra.
a guest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pink leopard print. Yeah.
Ooh, that is
Yeah.
hot.
It is. It's
I really
kinda-
like that.
let's take a bathroom break. We'll be right back. No, let's move on. Let's finish the show. Then I'll take.
just
my
think about
bathroom
sex. You don't have to pee.
break. Peeing's not the issue.
No,
Anyways,
right.
why
So next week's awkward talk.
Yes.
I came up with this a few days ago, actually.
don't you just pat yourself on the back?
And well, I mean, you know, I think about stuff and I'm like, oh, that should be I should talk about this during
Yes.
the first part of the show or something. But yeah, I do come up with stuff in my sleep, so I'm genius.
Anywho.
Yeah, so next week's awkward talk is actually going to be about cheating.
Oh, okay.
And we've all had issues with it, whether it's been you were the one cheating, you caught your partner cheating on you, you know somebody who is cheating.
Yeah.
And in that case, what did you do about it?
Yeah. You know,
Like, do you tell the person that's being cheated on? Do you keep it to yourself? Do you give the cheater an ultimatum?
yeah, it gets really interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been cheated on. I've also been the friend of someone who's cheating on a friend.
Mm-hmm.
And it puts you in a spot.
Yep.
So
I'll probably be talking about when my dad cheated on my mama
oh, that'll be nice.
and how I couldn't say anything for 4 months. So that'll be a
Oh.
real interesting.
It will be interesting. I was going to ask
Topic.
why, but let's save it.
Yeah, we'll save it.
Yes.
Also, in awesome news, we are still having our contest.
Breaking
for,
awesome news,
the
everybody.
4th week in a row.
At least.
But today we made real progress.
We did. We actually did something.
Yes. Went to the Facebooks, the face page,
Face page.
and created a poll,
You like the poll?
stripper poll.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so far it's gotten a ton of views. So
Last time I looked, it was 666 views.
that's so crazy.
And we have like less than 100 likes on our
I
on our
think we
actual
have like
page.
66 likes.
Yeah, so tenfold.
Yeah, but there's a lot of people voting, and I think that so far there's a clear winner. but
Yeah.
but definitely
Good
go
job, John.
check out the submissions that we narrowed it down to.
There were supposed to be 10, but one was too long, so there's only 9.
Yeah, it was too long. Something about a cray
Cray Cray and Vajayjay.
Vajayjay, baby.
Baby.
Anyway.
Yeah, anyway. So yes,
So-
go to facebook.com/awkwardapocalypse.
And we're
Do
gonna
some
take the
voting.
top 3 voted for pickup lines.
Oh, and we have a field tester, field reporter.
We do a reporter.
I guess you should call
We're
him.
gonna send him into the wild.
Can we reveal?
We can.
Please.
This as of 3 hours ago, Brad Williams, comedian extraordinaire, and
and all around midget.
and favorite midget of all time, and Amanda's roommate, will be our field reporter.
Yes.
Oh,
He's,
that's gonna be good.
It's gonna be
It
so
is.
good.
We're gonna mic him up, send him into the field, aka the bar, and we're gonna test out these lines. Now he had a great idea.
He's really excited about it.
He's
too.
excited. He had a great
Yeah.
idea. He said not only should we do this in Hollywood, which is where we are right now, sort of,
Mhm.
but we should also go down to Orange County where the chicks are very different, and use the same 3 lines. See what works where and what
Yeah,
doesn't work.
I think that's a good idea.
Ochi
Also,
Oh,
we'll
wait,
give him
he
a
should
couple-
try it when he's traveling too.
that's not a bad
And
idea.
that's a
report back
really
on
good
us.
idea.
Yeah, I can't mic him up per se, but he can at least tell us.
Well,
what
he does
happened.
have the ability to record on his phone.
True,
Yes.
but it might be obvious when he's holding his phone up to his face. Hey, girl, are
He. I don't know. You can
you
put
a
it.
pirate? Because I like your
Put it in
pretty.
his shirt or something.
Yeah.
We'll figure something out. But
He's got his ways.
yeah. So next week, the next time we record, we're going to be tallying up the votes,
Yes,
and we'll announce them on air. And then that following week, we'll have Brad go out,
right.
or maybe the week after.
Well,
but whenever Brad's
Whenever
free,
his schedule is available.
pretty much,
Yeah, he's famous. We're not.
it's true.
I mean, we are.
Only in this room.
Yeah,
I mean, we are.
that's what I meant to say. So yeah, so thank you to Brad.
Yeah, thanks,
and
Brad.
like I said, make sure you get on the old Facebook machine
Mhm.
and
The face page.
The face page. Kitty's going crazy down
Mhm.
here. And vote on the poll.
I don't know why that word makes me giggle.
You like the poll?
Because we used to live with a stripper pole.
True.
Oh shit! Wow.
I bruised my ribs really bad on that thing.
So you like
I tried
it,
to go upside down.
you like it rough on the pole?
It was my first attempt at, at dancing on a
At
pole.
upside down dancing.
Fucking upside down and bruised myself. It was a
Wow.
terrible experience.
Sounds like a great idea.
I may not have been so sober.
What? No. Anyways,
Yeah.
I think it's about that time. Yes.
Yeah, let's go.
You seem a little down.
Yeah,
What's wrong with
I'm a
you?
little tired.
Sorry.
Not enough tequila.
I'm a little sad that we're almost out of tequila.
I apologize for drinking your tequila.
No way, man. All day has been good.
All day, every day. Anyways,
Thanks for joining us, Amanda.
yes.
welcome.
Thank you and your boobs for gracing us with their presences.
Anytime, Greg.
In your fancy pink leopard print bra. Yes. Bathroom time. Anyways, you can check us out, like we said, at facebook.com/awkward-apocalypse. You can twat with us at awkwardpod. awkwardpod@gmail.com. Like I said, no expenses spared. All the free shit just for you guys. And make sure to call us in 323-379.
9225.
There it is right there. We'll be back some other time with more sluttiness and, all around doable.
Boobies.
Oh, and boobies.
Bye, podcasts.
I'm totally doable.